Muhalefete muhalefet eden bir
Etmez.
aday konumuna düşmez mi seçmen
Mansur Bey
nezdinde?
etmez.
Elbet
Hayır.
bir şeyler söyleyecek.
Şimdi
Tabii.
eder, tamam da.
Hiçbir şey söylemeden nasıl bitecek?
O da başka bir muhalif aday. Yani ama bak şunu ıskalıyoruz. Mansur Bey sosyal demokrat kimliği, CHP kimliğini benimsedi. Yani haksızlık da etmeyelim. Bak şunu da, ama onun da eleştirilecek bir tarafı var, onu da söyleyeyim. Mansur Bey'in CHP bugüne kadar CHP'de misafir gibiydi. Bak mesela daha önce 2014'te bir aday olmuştu, hatırlıyor musunuz? Kaybetmişti. Orada
Evet,
da yani katakulliyle kaybetti. Ondan sonra istifa etti CHP'den.
Evet.
2019'da bir daha girdi. Yani böyle şey gibi, misafir topçu gibi geldi girdi gitti. 2019'dan sonra kesintisiz CHP'den kazandı ve devam ediyor. Mansur Bey'in hatası şu sürece kadar CHP ile ilişkilerini o misafir pozisyonunda tutmuş olması. Mesela Ekrem İmamoğlu İstanbul'da tercih ettiği belediye başkanlarından tut da efendim mesela belediyede vazifelendirdiği isimlere varıncaya kadar birçok ismin CHP kimliğine sahip olduğunu görürsünüz. Ekrem İmamoğlu CHP kimliğiyle örtüşmüş, CHP'li kadrolarla çalışan, kendisini orada temsil eden biri. Bunu Mansur Yavaş'ta göremiyoruz. Mansur Yavaş CHP'li kadrolarla çalışmıyor, tercih de etmiyor. Bunu yeni son dönemlerde görebiliyoruz. Ve bu hem belediyede bu böyle hem de kendi siyasal yol arkadaşlarında da bu böyle. Bunu değiştirmesi icap ederdi. Şimdi dolayısıyla CHP'de bugüne kadar kenardan bekleyince şimdi ön seçimde kardeşim bu ön seçimde ben kazanamayacağım seçime niye gireyim yaklaşımı içerisinde. Halbuki o da 2019'dan itibaren CHP kültürünün içerisinde yer edinmiş, kendisine açılan alanda bulunmuş, CHP'li kadrolarla iç içe olsaydı bence bugün ön seçimde adaydı.
Welcome to the Airbus A220 delivery center here in Canada. 8 years ago, I was here already in Canada and taking delivery of the first Air Baltic Airbus A220-300, at that time the first in the world. And look today, I'm incredibly proud to present the 50th Airbus A220-300 in a special livery for Air Baltic, with a lot of guests today taking delivery of the 50th Airbus A220-300. It symbolizes the Baltic nature, the heritage of the Baltic states. We in Air Baltic, as the Latvian national carrier, but also being the largest carrier in the Baltic states, have the symbols of all three Baltic states on this aircraft and carrying the proud Latvian flag.
So today is a very special day because we celebrate aircraft number 50 of Air Baltic. Above all, we celebrate the partnership between Air Baltic and Airbus. Air Baltic, a very special customer for us, the largest operator of the Dash 300 aircraft in the world, and a very long-standing relationship that we cherish and we hope for many, many more aircraft in the future.
What an exciting day it is and a milestone for Air Baltic. Today we take our 50th aircraft We are the world's largest A220-300 single fleet operator of this type. With this aircraft, we've reached a significant milestone, 50 aircraft in our fleet, and now we look forward to the next step of our growth, which is to double our fleet to 100 aircraft.
As you've been operating this fleet for so many years, you've really helped us to improve, to identify areas where we needed to work and to have better deliverables. So I would like to thank you for that. You really help us to grow and to improve the overall customer experience for the A220. And I look forward to
from Mirabel in Quebec, Canada. We're here at the Airbus Canada production facility where the Airbus 220s are being built. My name is Msfs. I'm a captain and head of flight operations at Air Baltic.
Yeah, hello from my side, and specifically to all of the Eclipse fans. As Paul's already mentioned, we're in Mirabel in the production facility for the A220, and my name is Gerhard Ramke. I'm Chief Pilot at Air Baltic. As well a captain on the A220.
And today we have a very exciting day ahead of us, a very interesting day where we're taking our brand new aircraft from Mirabel. We're doing a direct ferry flight to Europe, back to our home base in Riga, Latvia. We'll be doing that shortly. Currently behind us we have our next aircraft, which is in production. So the aircraft we're flying today is our 18th Airbus 220 of our all-new Airbus 220 fleet. And the aircraft you see behind us is the 19th aircraft, the one that we'll be taking shortly, just in a few days or possibly next week.
It's always an exciting process to take delivery of brand new aircraft here in the factory in Mirabel in Montreal. And so we're quite excited to be leaving in about an hour and ferrying the aircraft directly over to Riga.
The aircraft we're flying today was accepted a few days ago and is fully ready for flight. The opportunity to do the acceptance and the delivery flight is something special that we've had the honor to do numerous times already before with our growing fleet. It's something great to take a brand new aircraft, state-of-the-art, the most modern airliner out there, in a brand new state, and bring it from the factory, bring it home into its new home where it'll be flying and doing lots of work for us as Air Baltic, as the airline. The flight today will take approximately 8 hours, but we'll do a full briefing once we get into the aircraft and show you the route as well. We'll shortly be gathering our stuff and we'll be on our way out to the aircraft. As Air Baltic or Bravo Tango India 9801 on our flight out from Mirabel to Riga. That's direct flight, all the way crossing over the North Atlantic. Just some of the big figures for the flight today. We'll have a flight time of 7 hours and 57 minutes, so almost 8 hours is planned, with a cruise speed of 0.78. And we should be making the North Atlantic crossing at flight level 410.
Yeah.
We need to get up before we get our North Atlantic clearance, but I think weight-wise we should be good. Tanks, as always, full, leaving the factory. That's one of the good things about taking new aircraft. Part of the deal is you buy a new aircraft, you also get full tanks of fuel, and so in our case that's 17 tons on board today.
Perfect. I think every car manufacturer could, take it down as an example.
Yeah, would be appreciated. We're flight planned with alternate for destination is Palanga. That's in Lithuania. No problems on that. 30-minute flight from Riga if we need to go to alternate. And of course, with the full tanks, we are not in a minimum fuel type of situation. We should have a few tons extra left over once we complete the flight. We have the routing for today. We put it into the iPad, into our Jeppesen charts. It's pretty standard, as we've been doing before. Leaving out from Mirabel, we're crossing over to Newfoundland to position Hoist, which is our entry point into the North Atlantic. Further, our routing takes us just south, so we'll be crossing the southern tip of Greenland, just on the very tip of that, and then proceeding eastwards, coming just south of Iceland, and to cross over north of the Faroe Islands, and then Ipton is our exit point of the North Atlantic, and then we're into almost the home stretch, which is crossing just north of Oslo in Norway, south of Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden, and then into Riga in Latvia. Expecting in Riga, I think the forecast winds is approach from the south northwards, so landing on runway 36. Going into the weather and NOTAMs, both of us have been doing this flight a number of times, so we have a pretty good experience and know what to expect en route, and both here at the home base of Airbus here in Mirabel, and obviously also in Riga. note time-wise, I haven't marked anything of particular interest that would be operationally significant. Into the weather, Riga is forecast, it's actually good weather and actually nice. The temperature will be nice. It's getting warmer, and expecting just some light clouds when we're coming in for our landing, which it will be early morning. Destination ultimate is fine weather-wise. En route, we have a number of interesting places that we could use as en route ultimates. Goose Bay on the coast in Canada. I haven't been there before. I think you have?
Yeah, I have, yeah. When we ferried the Q400s from Toronto over to Riga, brand new, we had a stop in Goose Bay for refueling.
So it's there if you need it.
Yep.
The weather-wise, there are actually some light snow is forecast, light rain, but still the aerodrome is definitely usable. Here we have some of the weather charts coming out with our routing. As we see, actually very light, a bit not the ordinary picture that we have a very light wind taking us initially as a tailwind, then turning into a headwind once we're across into Europe.
Light.
I think the total impact on the flight was that we're looking at a total
Even a headwind.
component of just 2 knots on the route for the entire route.
Which is rather unusual, but explains the long flight time.
Yeah, we have a long flight time, which I mentioned before, just under 8 hours, so 7 hours 57. I think the quickest I've done this flight is around 7 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We can see that the wind can play this role, about 40-50 minutes impact on the flight time. On the significant weather charts, nothing is on our route of consequence. Just a few more things. We had to do a manual load sheet. That's been completed, yeah. So we're good to go with the figures. We'll get that loaded into the FMS. And we're also, balance-wise, fine with the empty aircraft on board. It will be us and a few people from our team coming back to Riga.
Yeah, pretty light. Just about 55 tons takeoff weight, and then with a trip fuel of roughly 13.5. Then the landing weight is just at 42 tons.
42 tons coming in, and then planning to land with approximately 3.5 tons, 3 to 3.5 tons fuel.
Yes.
Good. And just finally, just some specifics on the route. We have a full route briefing. Since this isn't our normal scheduled operation, we have a few things just to remember. With the North Atlantic, we're actually we have the full North Atlantic briefing here. A few things to note with this. Firstly, our route takes us on purpose north above the North Atlantic tracks. These are the actual tracks being used for this afternoon's return from North America to Europe. And as you can see, they're taking advantage of the jet stream to get better lift over to Europe. And our routing is approximately here, as I said, below Greenland. So we're all clear of the North Atlantic traffic crossing over. Our aircraft is not with any HF equipment, not with any SATCOM. So we have VHF coverage here for some part when we're talking with Gander. Gander is rebroadcast via Greenland, so we also have coverage here. And then we have some portion here.
actually waiting to get into coverage with regularly.
Cool.
Aracını araban.com'a trink satanların %96'sının önerdiği trink satla paran 15 dakikada cebine gelsin.
Sensiz olmaz, sensiz olmaz.
So we'll be doing a walk around now. Well, I'll be doing a walk around, which is basically not really required anymore, because as you can imagine, the technicians and engineers have been checking this aircraft very, very intensely over the last days. Nevertheless, it belongs to the pilot's job that directly before the flight, he or she just goes outside and has another look that really everything is fine. And on a normal line flight, what we would be looking for is any kind of damages there might have been, either by ground equipment, a steer has not been placed in a proper way. Specifically, the sensors here in the front of the aircraft are, of course, very, very sensitive to these things. But nevertheless, the skin of an aircraft is very, very vulnerable as well. We want to see that there are no dents and no damages, no scratches in there either. And then, of course, birds, as you know, specifically in this time of the year, they can be of very heavy impact if you collide with a bird. So we do want to make sure that there are no damages like that at all. So I'll just do a very quick walk around now and see that everything is really fine. The nose landing gear, I mentioned the sensors already, very, very important for us. I always take a very intense look that these sensors are not in any way touched. Brand new Airbus 220-300, as it nicely says there on the fuselage, and we're very proud of taking delivery of this 18th example of our fleet. As you can see, this would be normally something I would pay specific attention to. There's a little bit of fluid down there on the floor. We've got the APU running, the air conditioning unit with that is fed and produces air, fresh air in the cabin. And this is just condensed water coming out of the air conditioning system. Static discharges, as you can see here, these small little antenna-like looking things. They are static discharges, as you can imagine. Depending on the ambient conditions, it is very important that any kind of load, electrical load onto the aircraft is discharged overboard. Don't want to talk about a lightning strike or something like that, not the extreme cases, but nevertheless friction, of course, causes electric statics as well. So the main landing gear, it has our brakes, of course, brakes on both sides. The nose landing gear doesn't have brakes at all. The brakes on these aircraft are electric, so no hydraulic lines anymore. So anything you can see here is basically electric lines which go to the brakes. The tires, you have, like on everything on an aircraft, you've got redundancy. So you could just put a single tire on it. But if one tire deflates, or how to say, has some damage to it during a landing run or takeoff run, then you still got a second tire there. So it's all about redundancy. 2 pilots, 2 engines, 2
2 wheels on every landing gear so that if one breaks, you've still got the other. And as you can see here in the landing gear, we don't really have any closure. There's not like on big aircraft a door which would seal the compartment of where the wheel folds in. So you see that the wheels come up like this, they fold in, and then basically this here is the lid to the wheel compartment.
İKAS pazarlamada sanırım 1000 liralık bir paket kullandık. Ve burada mail aksiyonları ve otomasyonları kurguladık. Kurgulamış olduğumuz bu pazarlama stratejisi içerisinde 1000 liraya karşılık 350 bin liralık bir geri bildirim aldık. Bu bizim için çok değerliydi. Sitelerimiz hızı ve müşteri deneyimi sayesinde bir yıl içerisinde ortalama 3 kat artı ciroya ulaşmış olup bunun yanı sıra inanılmaz bir
The noise development, we've got the APU running. The APU is the third engine actually on board of our aircraft. It is a small turbine engine which is located in the tail cone here. You can see the doors to that little engine down here and the exhaust over there. And it feeds us with electricity at the moment. We don't have any other source because of course the engines are not running now. It gives us fresh air in the cabin as well, warm or cold, whatever we'd like to do. And so it powers the aircraft with all of the essentials. And even here you realize how much more quiet this aircraft is in comparison to any standard aircraft you would know on the market now. So it is loud, but by far not as loud as you would normally hear that. And the environment around an airport very much appreciates the lot lower noise and sound emissions of this aircraft as well. Down here we looked at the ground crew would do that again, but we looked at all of the doors and hatches are closed as well. There's a lot of small little compartments underneath. You've got the wing to body fairing here, which is this part of the fuselage. You see the seals are going around here, and this one here just stretches around the body of the aircraft, and it contains a lot of systems. All the hydraulic pumps are in here, a lot of other systems as well. And they've got, of course, all sorts of little small hatches and doors which need to be closed. So during my walk, that they are properly closed and that we can take off with everything nice and neatly done. Brand new engines, of course, like everything on this plane, they're brand new, but they're not new development as well. And the difference on these engines here are, this is a geared turbofan, so it has a gearbox basically, ensuring that the engine has a much higher bypass ratio, which is 12 to 1, which is absolutely exceptional. The aircraft is in excellent condition, as I thought, and as we had expected. So we're basically ready for our ferry flight to Riga. So off we go on board and get the final preparations done. See you soon. The engine has a much higher bypass ratio, which is 12 to 1.
Mirabel Radio, good afternoon. This is Air Baltic, Bravo Tango India 9801.
And we'll be good for runway 06.
Air Baltic 9801, Mirabel Radio, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. We'll be ready very soon. We just want to make sure, and we're parked at the moment in the Bombardier apron, and we just want to make sure that you've got an active flight plan for us.
We do. Routing is not as filed. Advise ready to come.
Stand by for a minute. Party, you have the flight plan for me? We just want to make sure. Thank you. And Mirabel Radio, Baltic 9801, ready.
Baltic 9801, Roger. ATC clears Baltic 9801 to the Echo Victor Romeo Alpha Airport via the Sid Mirabel 9 departure. Routing is Bieber, Bravo, India, Bravo, Echo, Romeo, Oberon, Oscar, Bravo, Romeo, Oscar, November, Mobub, it's Mike, Oscar, Bravo, Uniform, Bravo, Eb, Moss, Echo, Bravo, Mike, Oscar, Sierra, Yankee, Quebec, Bravo, Answer, Alpha, November, Charlie, Echo, Romeo, at file, depart runway 06, squawk code 6211, do not depart until departure validation has been received.
Thank you very much, that's all copied. I'll read that back. So runway 06 for us to Riga via the Mirabel 9 departure, Bieber, Oberon, Mobub, Eb, Moss, Yankee, Quebec, Bravo, and then answer, and then after that as filed, and the squawk 6211. So runway 06 for us to Riga via the Mirabel 9 departure, Bieber, Oberon, Mobub, Eb, Moss, Yankee, Quebec. We will not be departing without validation, and I'll call you back for taxi as soon as we leave the airport.
Air Baltic 9801, Roger. Contact me on frequency 121.8 when you're ready to taxi and read back correct.
Thanks very much for the taxi. We'll call you on 101.8. Air Baltic 980.
Yeah, they actually did this last time as well, where the initial part of the clearance was changed with these positions. But we have answer, it's like the route, so it's just the first part of the routing that was adjusted.
Cool.
Initial part of the clearance was changed. So you see, I've just put in the route, I double checked it, and we see it makes sense. We have the total distance of 3445, and that matches our flight plan here. We'll have the chance actually before when we get our North Atlantic clearance, we'll recheck the North Atlantic limits that are in the airport, so that currently it makes sense, and that's giving us a flight time of 7 hours 48, and landing flight 2 tons. So that's for the routing, and it's initially planned in the FMS it's set up for flight level 390, but we know we're shooting 410.
Yeah.
It's giving us short. So Actually, ready. Actually, we can start with the pre-flight checklist. Cool. Give me a minute. Sure. Here comes the pre-flight checklist. Ready? And go on. Okay. Onboard engine. Emergency equipment. Sure. Engine. Gear pistols. On board, so that was confirmed. Here. And the organ belts. And check for research. That's all checklists. And the clear sheet. And checked. Displays. Yeah, just get back. Yeah, we saw back into that mode and also display. So that's checked. Cool. Device detector test completed. Circuit breakers checked. The ICAS and okay, on the ICAS looking normal with method being checked here, and info is also checked. Altimeters. So it's the latest on info Quebec was 29065. That's set cross checked. Super set cross checked. Okay, it's checked. The pedestal, it's checked. Rudder trim, yeah, that's also checked. Side sticks, check left, check right. Oxygen masks, left is checked. Right is checked. And flight deck door test. Complete. Perfect. Pre-flight checklist complete. Pedestal. So let us shortly look into performance maybe. Yeah, I still have to complete my 0205. Right is checked. And 11. Yeah. 11. QNH. 2. 6.5. And takeaway is 55.4. 55. I've run two calculations, full length, and then the is the full length you have initially?
Yeah, I'm using full length there, and
I have flaps 2.
Yes.
With a takeoff 1 and a flex of 36.
36 degrees on the flex, takeoff 1.
With 79.3.
Checked.
And then 133, 34, and 38. And an accelerated stop distance of 23, 24. That's checked.
All right.
Türkiye'nin hosting sağlayıcısı Hosting.com.tr teknoloji ve iş gücü yatırımlarıyla büyüme.
Before start checklist. Before start checklists. We have the takeoff briefing.
Yeah, takeoff briefing.
We have we're here on Bombardier apron. As we discussed, once we get out from Tango, then we'll go to Mirabel Tower or radio. Expecting 06, we'll take the full take, no problem. There's a few aircraft in the circuit, but pretty short taxi to our as we get short taxi to holding on for 06.
Yeah. And then we're cleared now already the Mirabel 9 departure. That's set up on the FMS here for runway 06. And that's very simple, straight ahead on the heading 060 to climb 3000.
Yeah.
And expecting radar vectors to en route 3007 checked. Yeah, that's checked. So the safety altitude is 3,300 in the north. West quadrant for our departure heading, it's 3,100.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. And for the non-normals, we're operating with our standard procedure. So 480 knots, any problem. Boarding the takeoff after 80 knots, then only for the significant failures. We'll make the stopping procedure. After V1, we're out. We have takeoff weight currently 15.54. Bit overweight, no problem to come back, but it's good here in Mirabel. We'll also take care of the issues and come back as needed if that's the case. Otherwise, standard procedure. Any questions?
Yeah, no, thanks.
Okay.
So take a briefing.
That's completed.
Perfect. APU and or external.
So we're on the APU.
The beacon. Beacon is on. And park brake. It's on.
That's before start checklist complete.
And artillery goods got that one. Yeah. And we're fully all doors. It's closed with doors on as well.
Perfect. So we've got cellar clearance, and I think the gentleman in front is on the listen and ready for us.
Hey, perfect. Okay, so we're fully ready up here for the start sequence and starting number 1.
Okay, let's do it. Cool.
Start left.
So left engine on. And ready for us.
Okay, so we're fully ready up here. Start sequence and starting. Okay, let's do it. Cool. Start left.
Left engine on.
Thank you. And ignition. Thank you. And ignition. Stable. Okay, good start on number 1 now, starting number 2. Start right. Right engine.
Bravo Tango Echo, on est prêt au départ. Bravo Tango Echo, Roger, Mirabel 2330 à droite, mètre 2, 9, 6, 5, plan en vol.
Right engine. It's hydraulic 3 low pressure related. Check. It's hydraulic 3 low pressure related. Check. Thank you. Thank you.
Step. Okay, ground, we have a good start on number 2. Please disconnect, remove chocks, and we're ready to go. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.
See you. Step. Okay, ground, we have a good start on number 2. Please disconnect, remove chocks, and we're ready to go. Thank you.
I can offer you the B4 taxi checklist.
Thanks very much. See you next time.
Be more than
Bye-bye.
pleased. It's complete the B4 taxi checklist.
Hydraulic 3A.
Silence. Auto. 3V. On. 2V. On. The APU. Okay. I can offer you the B4 taxi checklist. The flaps. More than pleased. Selectively.
The wing anti-ice test is not required now. Ltfm-Lrcl.
So auto 3.
The anti-swing.
Auto on.
The flight controls. The flaps. The wing anti-ice tests. Not required. The anti-Lrcl.
So auto.
The anti-swing.
Auto.
The flight controls.
Checked.
No steer.
On.
FMS.
It's set and just to confirm, takeoff 1 with the PS speeds as briefed with the flap 2 indication and lead sources engine. So that's
Perfect.
check for it.
Just the 36 is set for the flaps.
And 36, then we're about to do the speeds again.
Yep. But they're no, they're exactly.
You only have to post.
Yeah.
Check. It's posted. That's a clear indication.
Yep.
And we have the clear signal.
Ideal. So FMS.
Just set.
The trims.
It's 6.7.
Yep. But they're exactly.
Yeah. Check. It's posted. And 1 and 2 green.
Looks fantastic. And the anchors are in for FMS.
Let's check.
Fine.
Fully served.
Perfect. So that's checked, and with that, before taxi checklist is complete. You want me to get you some taxi?
Yeah. So that's with
Super.
with
I'll
our
speak to dispatch first.
dispatch.
Dispatch, Air Baltic 98, so when we're ready to taxi.
Baltic 9801, you can proceed.
Yeah.
We're proceeding with the taxi. Thanks very much for your hospitality. We'll take this beautiful bird to its new home. You have a nice evening and see you soon.
Thank you very much and have a good flight, sir.
Thank you for the... Proceeding with the taxi. Thanks very much for your hospitality. Okay. This beautiful bird to its new home. So there is... Variable radio, hello again, Air Baltic 9801 apron of Bombardier, and we're starting our taxi now, approaching the gate.
Air Baltic 9801, Mirabel Radio Ground, Roger, runway 06, wind 3604, altimeter 2965. So you can taxi via Tango, Bravo, and Kilo for runway 6.
Tango Bravo Kilo, runway 062965 on the altimeter. Baltic 9801. Okay, just passing through the gate now. Should be a guy in the car. Right is clear. And it'll be now straight on Tango, right on. Yes, Kilo.
right from Istanbul. Bugatti makes its way back to Istanbul with an You can invest with Dubai's fastest developer right from Istanbul. Bugatti makes its way back to Istanbul with an
We'll be taking off in just a minute or two. Runway 06 for departure, so more or less in the right direction for home. Today the flight time is around 7 hours and 15 minutes. So it means we expect to be arriving now, looks like around just a little bit before 6, 8 local time. So we'll have a morning arrival at Riga, early morning arrival at Riga. Routing is the same as always, so it's just south of Greenland towards Iceland, and then over Norway to home. Weather should be good, no turbulence forecast. So, thank you for the work as always for this acceptance. Number 18, that's Yankee Lima, Alpha Romeo. Gerhard and myself will do our best to give you a nice flight today. So, sit back, lie down, enjoy, and let's go home. Okay, this is Kilo. I'm back with you and taking a left Kilo to hold short on this.
901, change my frequency, 1191.
91, Baltic 982.
Let's go home.
Baltic 9801 on 191 with Kilo.
Baltic 9801, roger. Your clearance is valid, runway 06. Contact Montreal departures on 12465 airport.
What airborne 12465, confirm frequency. Baltic 9.
Affirmative, 12465.
12465, one airborne. And we're approaching holding point 06. We're fully ready for departure.
Departure at your discretion.
At our discretion, Baltic 9801 departure is valid.
Perfect. And the departure is valid.
Yep.
Let's just quickly do it before takeoff.
Okay, perfect. So the cabin.
It's ready.
And the anti-ice.
It's auto.
Auto brake.
RTO.
ICAS and in.
Checked.
With that, the B4 takeoff checklist is complete. We are cleared. The right side approach sector is free.
Okay, entering runway.
Take off runway.
Runway 06 is
Left.
checked.
Series, can you start a left turn?
Yeah, that's confirmed.
South of the runway heading.
B4 takeoff checklist is
06.
complete. We are cleared. The right side approach sector.
Yeah, not a problem. Can you start the left turn for a long right downwind now? We'll have a departure T-Series, runway 06 will be climbing runway heading.
Do some lights and belts.
Yeah, let's do lights and belts.
Lights and belts are done.
Okay, all the throttles on.
I'm not sure I understood. No need for a left.
There goes the seatbelt sign. Please sit down and buckle up. Thanks.
And
On your heading now.
Lights and belts are done.
okay, all the throttles on.
I'm not sure I understood. No need for a left.
There goes the seatbelt sign. Please sit down and buckle up. Thanks.
And
On your heading now.
Lights and belts are done.
okay, all the throttles on.
1390 baro içinden inmemiz var. Yes. 1390 baro içinden oradan geldik. Hello, hoş geldin sir. Yes. Şimdi kalkışta bize ne lazım? Kilo alfa kilo. O zaman hemen force edelim. Hello, hoş geldin sir. Ondan sonra Cihan. Şimdi kalkışta bize ne lazım? Kilo alfa kilo. Force edelim. Şunu da unutmayalım. Nitlemeden önce isteyelim. Ondan sonra girdik. Şunu da tekrar yine şu yazıyı siliyorum. Sildim. Bakalım durumlar ne? Menu, receive message, Preliminary load sheet. Geçelim bunu. Yeri de gelmiş. Bakalım. 70. Bunlar ne? 9. Menu. 5. 3. Load sheet. Geçelim bunu. Yeri de gelmiş. 7,400 kilograms. 7,4. Onu da girdik. Hoparlörden alıyordur sör. Girdik. Mikrofonun alıyordur yani. Ben iyice sesi kısıyorum. Ona rağmen alıyor. Şimdi Varşova hoparlörden alıyordu 2.0 mikrofonun alıyordur yani. Aynı diyor. Ben iyice sesi kısıyorum. Progress. Airport'tan al demiş. Eko. Şimdi Varşova 07 hatta. Bir dönersek 403. O zaman şuraya da şeyi girelim. Airport'tan al demiş. Eko. 5 miles. Baba, bravo. Evet. Zero var. Şuraya da o da dursun. Evet. Şurası. Zero var. Şuraya o da dursun. Şuradan kopya çekecek falan işte. Sadece 300, 3,800 and 1,300. Şuradan kopya transition out 6,500, 3,00, hesap kitap. Flap kalkacağız. Reader'ı alalım. Load sheet aynılı alalım. Full kalkacağız. Şuradan Reader'ı alalım. Two flaps up 08, 50 degrees, 142, 146, 147. Derdik. Full kalkacağız. 142, 146. Flaps. 08, 50 degrees, 140, 146, 147. Altimetre 1025. Derdik. 790 feet. Valla benim eski mikrofonun kulaklığı duyuyordu mesela. Hatta o yüzden nefes tukurup saçma sapan işler yapıyordu. Valla benim hangisi ilaçlı mı? Kulaklığı duyuyordu mesela. Hatta o yüzden nefes tukurup saçma sapan Phoenix bu normal ya. Hangisi ilaçlı mı? Kulaklığı duyuyordu mesela. O yüzden efendim sonracığıma at sürmeni kalsın. Lazım olursa diye. Hangisi ilaçlı mı? Yol çiftimiz de açık kalsın. Efendim sonracığıma at sürmeni kalsın. Lazım olursa diye. Çok oldu alalı ama. Evet, başta almam diyordum ama dayanamadım. Ne yapayım? Bakalım şimdi şurada öncelikli tırmanma vermiş mi? Evet, başta almam diyordum ama dayanamadım. ATC yok. Hiç sevmiyorum. Bakalım şimdi şurada öncelikli tırmanma vermiş. Yapalım. Başta 6000 dayanmış. Şunlar açık olsun. Ondan sonra hiç sevmiyorum. Check the box. Yapalım. Çekiyor mu? Açık olsun. Ondan sonra check the box. Hiç kontrol etmiyor. Renkleri de açalım. Şuradan bakalım. Alkış ön takip 2800 kilo 800 geçeceğiz. Hiç kontrol ediyor. Sürekli de açalım. Alkış ön takip sıraya dönüyor. Geçeceğiz. Devam edeceğiz. Neresiydi? Üst çoklu. Seviye 1106 geleceğiz. Ek görüş 1606 olacak. Ve 170 geçeceğiz. Mandatory olacak. Daha sonra Dikşa 170 üzeri burada şey bitecek. Mesai bitecek. Ve 170 yazacağız. Daha sonra Dikşa barışımızda şu şekil, bu şekilde. Yola ki inemedik. Varşova'ya döneceğiz. 30, 10. Senin uçak 350 değil mi? Çok güzel yapmışlar ama benim hiç ilgimi çekmeyen bir uçak o ya. Ama adamların hakkını vermek lazım. Hakikaten güzel yapmışlar. Senin uçak 350 değil mi? Ben de 320 Neo bekliyorum. Hiç ilgimi çekmeyen bir uçak o ya. Çok büyük konuştum. Son ona para veririm dedim ama 750-767'yi de bir görmem lazım.